In today's video, we get some inspiration from my friend Don. Figure out what exactly we're getting into with the whole STI swap into these old chassis from the 90s. Does the subframe really just bolt up? I really wanted to see for myself. I can't wrap my head around it. It doesn't seem like it could be that simple. But everyone says it is, so I gotta see it with my own eyes. To get you up to speed, I was over at a car meet at K-Sport headquarters in Mesa, Arizona, really close to my house here in Gilbert, hanging out, talking to some buddies, and I don't even remember how I got introduced or started talking to this guy named Don. Me and Don quickly realized we're both just chill car people who just like to drive hard and have fun. I really appreciated the way he talked about cars, his energy, and then he said he had a GC. I was like, tell me more. I really want to do these, and I actually have one sitting at my house I haven't built yet. Actually, I don't even remember if I had mine yet at the time, but I was drooling over him. I was just like trying to figure the whole thing out. He invited me over. A year later, here we are. He's gonna give me the complete rundown of what we're getting into. Thank you, Don. I appreciate you.
We're still working on the elevated home.
Full race car mode.
Sorry about the shop. We're at a crush to super lap battle.
Oh, it happens.
Yeah,
if you have a clean shop, it means you're not doing anything.
Exactly, right?
But this is Don. Don, tell him about what you do. Even anything I might not even know. It looks like you got some sort of oil cooler you're putting on.
Right.
But you've been driving the crap out of this thing. It looks like.
I have been. Yes, we've been tracking this as much as we can in preparation for super lap battle. We are going out to super lap battle on the 6th and the 7th of March. Hoping to make some waves out there if we can. We'll probably be the only GC out there, which is kind of nice.
Yeah, totally.
So yeah, I mean, we're just you know, here it is.
Can we start top to bottom? Like maybe tell us a story, like what kind of condition you get the car in, how long you had it.
I originally bought the car out of a gentleman in Casa Grande. It was pretty run down. Looks like they were rally crossing the car because it had a lot of pit holes, and it had a little air vent in the top and that kind of stuff. So I picked it up super cheap, and I knew once I saw it, I was like, yeah, you know, I want to buy this. I've been waiting for this because I want to make a 22B.
Yeah.
Every Subaru enthusiast, you know, they're like, yes, the 22B. And that's kind of what it started out. You know, it sat for about a year and a half. I picked up the Hawkeye, raced it for a little while, and then I was like, all right, so we're gonna, you know, I was like, all right, we need to get the Hawkeye under development and that kind of stuff. So I took everything out of the Hawkeye, wiring, motor, everything, and threw it into this.
Wow. And
this was originally going to be a show car. Like I was just, you know, we'll make this a show car, kind of real nice paint.
Your 22B idea, show car. Yeah.
Show car. It was I was trying to do like an homage to one of the greatest time attackers of all time, Roger Clark, and the Gobstopper. So that's what this was, the idea in my head, and it's pretty much there. So it's, you know, it's the red version of the Gobstopper.
Oh, very cool.
And
how was I've been trying to research what I can. This is super tight in the front, is what everyone complains.
Very, very tight.
What everyone complains about.
What you want to do is you want to get your radiator pulled as close to your pillar as possible. Some people will also get a smaller radiator and fit it up inside.
Underneath right here.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then just what I found is just making sure you trim the hoses. If you trim the hoses at a proper length, it'll fit in there.
Right.
Yeah.
Then you won't have any issues.
Yeah. Also, with these rubber hoses, one of the big things is they like to expand. And that's what happens when you start. It could look perfect, you know, like, okay, we've got plenty of clearance, everything, but when you start beating on it for lap after lap after lap, it starts to expand. And then it'll hit. So
you haven't had issues with this expanding?
I actually have. If you look right there,
oh yeah,
it's already
hitting that.
It's already tapped. So I'm gonna replace this. You know, hoses are $6, so I'll just swap it out.
Yeah, are you just gonna put a new one in and just keep running it?
Yeah, I'll just put a new one in.
Yeah.
Eventually, with just how hard it is to get things nowadays, I'd like to have a polyurethane one,
right,
or something like that. But it's just a matter of time right now, you know. And just swapping it out for another $6 part, we're good to go.
Is this from the 07?
Yes, this is from the 07.
Okay. Huh. Then you got the smaller battery, and then it's nice that you can see everything. There's so much room versus the newer ones, you know. So what was it like motor mount wise, if you just did the whole subframes and everything, just bolts right up?
Yeah.
Is it really that simple?
It is that simple.
Really?
Right.
Huh.
Yeah,
So we shouldn't be intimidated for this being our first like real restoration, like swap.
The only problem is if the car was in an accident and things are off a little bit. I did have an issue a long time ago with I have a GC sedan out there on the other side of the wall. It was in an accident. And everything was. It started at being like maybe close to a 1/4 inch off here, but then once you finally got everything together, everything was off like 1/2 inch, 3/4 inch. So.
Oh gosh.
Yeah. So as it progresses through the mounting and the motor, and like I say, it could be way off.
Right.
So that's one of the big things is if it's an accident, it's trying to get everything square. Fortunately, this one was not in an accident, so everything bolted up.
Right.
Just like as it should.
You want to show me what the inside and the rundown of that looks like?
Sure.
I'll go on the passenger side if you want to go on the driver's side.
So it's pretty basic. As you can see, there's not a whole lot in here. Completely gutted. With all the modifications and everything that we've gutted, we brought it down to about a little under 2,700 pounds.
Oh my gosh. How much power does it make?
It makes 415 on 415 wheel.
Oh my, I think it rips then. It's a good time.
It took a little bit. It took me a few laps to finally get used to the massive, the upgraded power and the lightness.
Right. Because
it didn't drive the same as like the Hawkeye or a heavier car does. But
right.
A couple of laps, I was good.
Yeah. Is this a sequential?
No, it is not. This is
it looks like a sequential shifter.
Yeah, I get that all the time. People ask if it's a sequential. What this is closest to having a sequential as you can get with having an H pattern.
Okay.
This is made by a company called CAE. They make them for BMWs and a few Subarus. But what this does is this replaces your linkage. Like all the stuff that's in the trans tunnel, the shifter and all that. All you have is just this one bar that goes to the transmission. Everything is right here. It's
as direct as you can get.
Yes.
Oh, very
And
cool.
one of the beautiful things about this is you have limit screws, so you can set crisp, clean shifts. So it just falls right into position.
You're not going too far or too short. There's just, it won't let you.
Yeah, you just adjust it to where you want it, and it's right there. And the other thing is whenever you're shifting, it returns back to center.
What do you mean?
So it's spring loaded. So when you go from second to third, and you let go, it goes to the center.
Oh, really?
So when you're going to fourth, all you gotta do is pull back.
Oh, wow.
And then you let go, and you're going back to third, all you gotta do is push forward.
You have to get used to that?
You do.
Oh.
Yeah, you gotta get used to the whole, you don't wanna, like you normally do.
Right.
You just wanna tap it. So it's effortless.
Interesting. That's super cool.
And then along with the whole shifting assembly, I'm being kind of lazy because I want to concentrate more on braking and line and that kind of stuff. There's a company here in town that's called AutoBlip, and I bought one of their units right here.
What does that do?
And what it does is it uses your brake switch and your clutch switch together. So let's say I'm coming to a corner and I'm braking. Now I'm in, say, 4th gear, and this corner requires me to be in 2nd gear. Normally you would shift, you would heel toe, rev match to there. What this does is it uses the brake switch and the clutch switch and automatically blips it for you.
Oh, it's like a new car type of situation.
Yeah.
Really? I didn't know you could even upgrade to that. That's crazy.
So it takes a lot of the strain off of, foot pedal movement and that kind of stuff, so I don't have to worry about making sure I have to heel toe, make sure I have to rev match.
Right.
Even though our race team is called Rev Match.
No, that's ironic.
But
no, that's cool. You can focus on driving more and getting better.
Right.
What millimeter is this kit width? Do you know?
I think it's a 40 millimeter.
40?
Yeah.
It's not as wide as it's not as dramatic as like your typical wide body. So when I was looking at the 30, I'm like, is that going to be enough to kind of get like a street car look, but still like I want to put it on like rally style coilovers and be able to like not completely launch it, but pick the wheels up off the ground and not feel bad,
So this is the culmination of 2 kits. We originally put on the Modelo kit, which is the rear section. We took the car out for its shakedown, and we kind of we did a little bit of rubbing against the tire wall, and it destroyed the passenger side fender and the front bumper and the hood. So what this is now is we call it our race setup. So this is our, when we take it to the track, this is the front end that we put on it. So we've got, these are VS Aero fenders. They're a little bit different than the Modelo one. These have the kind of the concave like you would see on a standard Subaru.
Right.
Whereas the Modelo, it comes out and down. So it has like a kind of a flat and then comes down. So,
right.
So that's kind of one of the change differences. And then also the it's a little narrower down here so that we have a factory 22 or 2.5 RS front bumper on here.
I see.
So once we're done racing, after Super Lap, we're gonna start breaking this car back down, and we're gonna put all the Modelo stuff back on it, and we're gonna reshoot it. It will then become a show car.
Yeah, heck yeah.
We're gonna be developing the Hawkeye.
And do the full interior.
Right.
Are you gonna redo the roof? Or are you gonna keep that vent?
I'm gonna keep that vent. I have the scoop.
Yeah.
So I'll put the scoop on there, and just kind of give it. I've got some different hood vents that we'll be putting on there. So yeah, it's just gonna be kind of just in your face out there. Hey, here I am. Bright, nice, vibrant red, and that kind of stuff. Just because there's no wide body GCs out there, and hopefully you guys come along, and then some other people come along, and we'll have a nice crew of wide body GCs.
I know in Arizona there's not. You're the first person I talked to. I was like, I gotta go talk to Don because I don't know anyone else.
We had one person. I don't know if he's still around. His name was Milo Stanich.
Did he have that blue?
He had the blue one.
Gold. It was like an actual 22B style. Like it was like this full street car, like done up, wasn't it?
Right. Yeah.
I saw that one of the shows.
They mostly did drag racing and that kind of stuff. With the Solus. Here's the.
Oh wow, sick.
Here's the trunk. So yeah, we got a full radium race fuel set in here. I don't know if I'm gonna leave it or not.
What is?
May just leave it and get another one for the Hawkeye, or rip this one out and continue with the tank. We were having some issues with fuel pressure. The tank it's a tank from some STI. I don't know what year STI it came from, but I put it in there because the other tank was rusted. And we're having we put pressure on it and it was leaking everywhere.
So you just gotta get a new one.
I gotta do something. Yeah. So we put the fuel cell in there. It's got 2 pumps. We've got a lift pump that goes to a surge tank. There is a surge tank down inside there. And the concept of the surge tank is if you're flying around corners, turning, and that kind of stuff, your fuel's sloshing around. The surge tank stays under pressure. That way you're always getting constant fuel with no air. So we got the one pump feeding the surge tank, and then the surge tank can have up to 3 fuel pumps in it.
Oh wow.
So I only have one and one because that's all the fuel we need.
Right.
But if you have a larger application, you could put 2 or 3 pumps in there.
Did you have the key for this when you bought the car?
Yeah.
Okay. Are you able to raise the car to look underneath it?
Yeah, we can take a look underneath if you want.
If that's not too much of a hassle.
No. So yeah, nothing crazy underneath. We got an APS turbo back. I've had this for like 6 years now, and I love the sound. It's great flowing exhaust. It's low, it looks low key. It's not crazy.
Can you walk me through? That's what I wanted to, when we raised it up. I wanted to ask. Can you walk me through, like, you buy an 05, 06, 07, whatever, like you did, and mount it up? Can you kind of walk me through, like, it's just this bolt, this bolt, this bolt with like the subframes and all that?
Yeah.
Like for dummies. Can you walk me through?
Yeah, sure. So yeah, this is going to be the rear subframe from the Hawkeye. So as you can see, it's basically 2 bolts here, 2 bolts here, and then all the accessory. We got the lateral links will all fit. We've got they'll fit to your knuckles here in the rear. We got the trailing arms.
So the trailing arms are on the 07, right?
Right.
They're all the same. It all literally mounts up right here.
Yeah.
Nothing
It
changed.
all mounts up. Yeah.
That's crazy.
The only thing you will get though, with some of the STI stuff, is you will get a little bit. It'll push it out a little bit, so you will have a little bit of negative camber.
Okay. Not a problem.
Not much though.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Huh. Then come up
We've
here.
got this is a 6-speed transmission, so it bolts right up in there. No problem. As you can see, it's all bolted up.
And
no
it
problem.
seems too good to be true, but it's not.
No. Yeah.
That's crazy.
Bolts right up. The only issue you may have is this is the STI drivetrain or the driveline, and it didn't seem like it wanted to fit, but it fit.
That's good.
I would highly recommend that if you do get a 6-speed swap, that you do get the driveline.
Right.
Axles, these are from an 05 STI, so the transmission and the driveline is all from an 05 STI.
Okay.
So it is, full STI 5x11 or 5x114 bolt pattern all around.
Okay. What is the original bolt pattern on
5x100.
Okay, that's what I thought. I wanted to run I
I have the 2015 BBS. I have gold. I was like, I wanted to run it on one of these.
We also have STI aluminum control arms in the front here.
Oh yeah.
Which will also push it out a little bit. Give you a wider stance.
Wow.
Yeah.
So once you get it to a shell, you just bolt everything up.
Yeah. So you got these 2 bolts here. And same on the other side. Those are where we're gonna attach your front subframe to the main frame. It all lines up.
Wow. That gets me excited. I'm not like.
Yeah.
I haven't seen one in person. Everyone's like, yeah, just bolts right up and just see it. I'm like, okay, this is.
Yeah, you could literally go get a WRX, a broken WRX, what have you, and you can take all the parts out of that WRX minus some of the interior bits.
Yeah.
The motor, the drivetrain, everything, and just drop it in here.
That's what I was looking at IAI and like a repossessed cars and some totaled ones. I'm like, I want to find one that has like rear end damage or something and then hopefully get it. So that'll be awesome.
2.0s are pretty easy to get a hold of.
2 what?
2.0s. A 2.0 motor.
Oh, yeah.
A 2.0's pretty easy to get a hold of. 5-speed transmissions are easy to get a hold of.
Right.
If you can get one that has everything, that's great. But you can always
piece it together.
You can piece it together.
Yeah.
It's a little bit more work in piecing it together.
Right.
But it all still bolts together the same.
Right. You have a 2.0 in this, or is it 2.5?
This is a 2.5. This has an IAG Stage 2.
Okay. How's that motor been for you?
It's been good.
Yeah.
Haven't had any issues with it. Revved the crap out of it. It's been strong.
Yeah, very cool. Well, sweet. I feel a lot better. Randall, what do you think?
I'm ready for it.
You ready?
I'm ready.
Yeah, I'd say if you're going to source stuff, the hardest thing to source are the subframes. There are just not very many of them out there. So, like I said, if you can find a wrecked Subaru or
I was gonna try and buy the whole car.
Yeah, if you could do that, that'll be great. But
I want to do the full like dash swap and everything, so it's kind of what I was thinking.
Yeah, the only thing about a dash swap is there's an issue with the door cards, and some people they're like they don't care. Some people modify it. I don't have door cards right now, so I'm like,
Yeah, I wanted to just use the dash and try and trim it, and then use like the 6 over crest door cards that they make.
Yeah, they've got some new ones now that look like an actual door card.
Oh, really?
They have the ones that have the X
for the frame or the roll cage.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But now they have some that actually have like where the latch goes, and it comes out. It's like a regular door card.
Right. Yeah. So it's a little cleaner for like a street car.
So I was going to try to get a set of those before Super Lap, and they're 2-3 weeks out, so I won't be able to do it. So once we're done, we will probably put a set of those door cards in here, or get a set and skin it and make a carbon fiber.
Yeah, that would be cool.
Door card.
Yeah, heck yeah. Is that your Hawkeye back there?
That is that's my daughter's.
Oh, really?
You want to take a look at that? We can.
Yeah, I like the Randall was like, "What's up with the pink?" I'm like, "There's got to be a story."
Yeah, this is.
Wait, what's these bolts right here? Is this for your seat?
Yes. These are my rear harness.
Oh.
So the back harness. This is for the front of the harness. I've got a 6-point harness in the front, so it splits out into 2, and then you've got so it's 6 points total. But yeah, that's what these are for. And then this is the cage.
Oh yeah, that's the cage. Yeah, that's what we're gonna do the same thing, Randall. That's how all these guys do.
Yeah, just a bolt-in cage from Auto Power.
Yeah. It looks good. Yeah, let's see. You got a pink engine bay. That's gonna be sweet.
So yeah, this is my daughter's car. Her name's Macy. She bought this car. It's been a couple years now. It was horrible when we got it. She drove it for a while, and she decided she wants to make it a show car. So we got one of our buddies. His name's Jaime Ochoa. He's with with the Element team. He came out. He also painted the.
Oh, it's got like flake in it.
Yeah.
Oh wow.
So we've got
that's cool.
It's like a pastel pink with this flake. And now the difference between this flake is normally you have round flake or square flake. This is elongated rectangular flake.
I was gonna say it looks like way different than what I've seen. It looks like an actual girl's like.
Right. We haven't seen this anywhere. You know, so we're like, she was like, yeah, let's do this. So so we've got the engine bay done, so we're just waiting for her we need to start putting it together. We've got everything we need.
That's super
fun. And then
fun.
if you come in here, the pink continues.
Uh-oh.
So the entire interior of the car, all the way to the trunk space, is painted pink. No flake, just the same pink.
Yeah. Even under here is gonna look good with the hood.
So we got the hood.
Yeah.
We have our motor right there. As you can see, we've got a custom powder coated.
Oh wow.
Intake manifold right here.
Yeah.
So I guess you can say it really is that easy. We're gonna find out for ourselves with this build. I can't wait. Thank you, Don, for your time. It means so much just letting us invade your space right before you're about to go race. Check out his Instagram on the screen. You guys can check out what he's up to. He's out there running hard, driving a lot, and not just letting things sit. He's out there just getting after it, and I think that's awesome. And most people are looking for people to follow that actually go out and drive. If you guys are enjoying this content, enjoying the series, the best way to support the channel is karmaspeed.com. We're coming out with new products on a regular basis this year. It's my biggest push for this year. karmaspeed.com, go check it out. I appreciate you guys. Thanks so much.